This is the plaintiff, Jay. He says his friend owned a dormant hotel and allowed him to park his car there. His car was a 2003 BMW 528i with electrical problems, and it was stored on the lot for 2 years without any problems. Then, one day the car was gone. Turns out the defendants towed it. They had no right towing it. He's here suing for the $2,500 the car's worth, and is hoping to send the defendants a strong message that what they did was illegal. These are the defendants, Mike McLaughlin and Teddy Wagner. Mike says this is a very simple case. They were called by the owner of the property to tow some abandoned cars, and they did. They also sent the plaintiff a registered letter, as required by law. Never heard anything from anybody. So they took ownership of the car after the required 90-day waiting period. End of story. They're accused of a low-blow tow. The defendants have filed a countersuit for $2,851.28 for 90 days of storage.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says his beloved 2003 BMW was having problems on the plaintiff's property and the guy towed it. But the defendant says it was towed by the book. It's the case of don't fall in love with a Beamer.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, you've asked me to refer to as Jay. Jay, you are suing McLaughlin Towing and Recovery, represented here by Mike McLaughlin.
Yes.
And Teddy Wagner, the manager. Okay, for $2,500. The estimated value of your 03 BMW that they towed and I guess won't give back to you. Okay, what happened?
The place where the car was parked, Your Honor, if I could, I have some pictures.
Okay.
All right, here. There's some pictures of the place where the car was parked. The first picture you're seeing is from a southern perspective looking north, and then a couple of pictures of signs. Now, the car had been parked there because...
What is this place? Is it a mall? What is it? Hotel?
It's a parking area that's just south of a hotel, which is property...
What does it belong to, the hotel?
Belongs to the hotel, correct.
Okay.
All right. The hotel was dormant. It wasn't an active business. The caretaker there, who was a friend of mine, his name was Tony Bernardo, all right? And the car was inoperable. There's some mechanical issues with it. And so I had asked Tony if I could keep the car there, and he said yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in April of this year, Tony died. And
did you not know that Tony died?
I knew that Tony died, and I made numerous attempts to try to contact the Heritage Inn, which is the hotel, and was unsuccessful. And
how many attempts did you make to remove your car from a place where...
Well, I had, as far as I was
You never tried to get your car out once the guy who was the caretaker was no longer there?
I tried to contact the hotel to see if I could make arrangements.
That's not the same as getting your car out. If you got your car out, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
Now, so what'd you do? You left your car there and hope for the best?
No, I made attempts to contact the hotel. And again what?
What happened when you had made attempts to contact the hotel?
It was unsuccessful. I couldn't find anybody who had any kind of authority that would be in a position to say it's okay.
I don't understand. Was the hotel open again by then?
No, the hotel is still dormant.
Okay. So did you physically go over there?
I physically went over there, yes.
How dormant can it be if you're hired and you have a contract with them to tow?
There's a extremely busy laundromat next door.
Oh, and that's the shopping of everybody.
A lot of people shop there. And the laundromat is owned by the same people that own the hotel.
Oh.
They had closed the hotel to re-renovate it, but after Tony passed away there, they weren't sure exactly what they wanted to do there.
Okay.
They didn't want any vehicles left on the property. That wasn't the only vehicle.
But here's my question. So the hotel wasn't operating?
The hotel was closed, yes.
Okay, but these signs that say customer parking only and have your tow business, which he helpfully handed to me, are by the hotel as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you dump your car, your 2003 car there because the caretaker gives you permission. You're so close to the caretaker, you know the caretaker passed away. And then your answer to me is, I made numerous attempts and couldn't get anybody in authority, as opposed to paying, $80 and getting your car out of there, and in a place where it costs you. What did you think was going to happen if you left your car there? You didn't think that one day might come just like this? That the owner of the property, who you've never met from a hole in the wall, right? You don't know who the owner is. That the owner of the property where your run down, broken car is parked for how many years?
2.
2 years, you didn't think that they might come when that owner would say, the heck is this car doing here for the last 2 years, and call a tow company and get you out of it? You never thought this was unforeseeable to you.
So, caretaker dies, the owner of the property tows it. Can he tow it?
Of course, it's his property now.
But what about the tow truck guy? What about the caretaker? He allowed it. So is the property owner stuck because of what the caretaker did?
The property owner, it's his property, he can have it towed.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
This particular parking area is like a neighborhood parking lot.
I don't know what you are saying, because you and I both know it is not a neighborhood parking lot. It is owned by somebody, not you.
Correct.
Which means that you would need permission in order to use it. And I know you know this because you happen to be a lawyer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you know this is not a neighborhood parking lot. Before you come in here, you know that. Have you ever watched a people's court?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm a little insulted, I gotta tell you. Because not only do you leave your car there for 2 years, but then you have it takes a lot of chutzpah to turn around and sue them. Oh, by the way, how do you find out the car's there? What happens? How are you notified?
I reported it as stolen to the New Milford Police Department.
Wow. Where's the car now?
The car's still on our premises.
Is it running?
No, we have no key for it, and we never touched it. We just parked it. And that's
What's the
where it's
plan?
been. We're going to dispose of it.
How do you
Unless
plan to
tell me
dispose of
different.
it?
We have an ABA on it, which means we legally own it according
Right,
to
no,
motor
I know.
vehicle.
So what are you going to do, try to fix it and sell it? What are you going to do?
We'll just take it to the junkyard.
Just take it to the junkyard.
The car's value is not too.
But, I can't just take your word for it. The Blue Book value of it, of course, this is private party sale, but the Blue Book value of it is between $2,000 and $4,000. You know?
The car is got mice in it. It's got junk in it.
Mice in it?
It's not, yeah.
Did you say mice?
Yes.
I can't believe you had the nerve to sue them, because they would have just let this go. And now I have to look at their counterclaim and assess whether or not you should be paying for dumping your problem on them and storage for all this time. You have to know that that was going to happen.
It's actually more than the 90 days of storage. We just stopped it at 90.
90 days since August.
Yeah. We only did 90 days since the day we had it. We stopped after 90 days because.
But you've actually stored it for all this other time as well.
Yeah, there's just no way to recoup that kind of money from
Right.
somebody.
I am going to assess the value of the car at $2,000. I'm going to order you to pay them $851.28, which you should consider yourself lucky, considering that they stopped the bleeding at 90 days. Verdicts for the defendants.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, this is pretty interesting. The plaintiff, a lawyer, sued the defendants, and he comes out having to pay the defendants $850-some. How do you feel about this?
Well, I mean, the decision of the court's the decision of the court.
But you're a lawyer. You should understand a lot of this, don't
Well,
you?
I do, and I figured since I had permission to park the car where it was supposed to be parked, that there wasn't a problem.
Boy, oh boy, the judge went through that pretty easily. She really took you down for that. And you should have, taken some attention after your friend died and looked into what happened you're going to do with the car.
I did. I tried
But you didn't talk to anybody. You never
Right.
made contact,
You're
right?
correct. I did not.
Okay. Have you learned anything from all of this?
Yeah, not to trust tow companies.
No, they come off pretty clean in this, tell you the truth. They really do.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you very much. Sorry it worked out this way for you. The door is that way. All right. It's not often we have tow company people coming out looking pretty good, but you look pretty good in this case, you know?
I think we did the right thing. We did all the proper paperwork, and we prevailed in this.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good for you. Okay. What are you going to do with the car now?
We're going to just junk it. We're going to take it to the junkyard and let them dispose of it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. How about that, Harvey? What do you think?
Okay, Doug, even if the plaintiff abandoned the car, he is still responsible for storage fees. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on their way into the courtroom right now.